Give it a second. Or 15 seconds to be more precise. Alright, here we go. Welcome back to Eternal Lies. This should be the final session, because you guys started the end of the world. Congratulations.
Yeah, that's the thing that happened.
The world as we know it.
One way or another.
Oh god, what the fuck did we do? We need to fix this right now.
Alright, I think we left off you just leaving India, didn't we?
Yes, on our way back to America.
Yeah, you just managed to find yourself a boat. You know, machine gunning all the poor locals. Because it's all gone a bit crazy out there.
It's almost like there's an apocalypse on.
I know. No one quite knows what's happening.
Well, when you say no one.
There's a fan, shit has hit it, you know.
Everyone is panicking, so getting across from the top of the Himalayas is going to be a thing. We're going to have to tell them that, unfortunately, good sir, our good Scotsman and guide, we're calling those unintended consequences, and we need to go fix.
So, you're aboard a tramp steamer. You basically managed to convince the captain to head for Los Angeles just for no other reason than, you know, it's better than just standing in the sea while it boils. So, yeah.
Oh. The sea is presently boiling?
Yeah, bits of it.
Yeah, if any islands rise up, we should just just sail around them.
Yep. No, stopping this one.
If they start chasing us, it's ramming speed.
Don't give great ideas.
I don't have to. It's already in the book, probably.
In fact, you're not wrong. Is annoying.
Wasn't he Atlantic, though, not Pacific?
Alright. So, the crossing across the sea is relatively uneventful. Yeah.
You mean except for the sky breaking open, shards of it falling down to the ocean and
lightning storms, piles of dead
That's
fish.
the relative that it's uneventful to, yes.
Yeah. It's not pleasant, but you know, compared to the rest of the thing, it's not that eventful. Nothing actively tries to kill you.
I do say this if we were at all British, one would say this is just your average trip to Wales. I understand.
A pleasant experience. Nothing trying to kill me.
Considering what we've done before, yeah.
Yeah, considering the last few months, your characters, that is, you know, pretty pleasant.
Yeah, there's a few fishmen coming up to the side of the boat. Excuse me, have you heard about the good news about Dagon?
Yes, go away.
Now, you know, the apocalypse is here. Are you on the right side? Anyway, arriving in Los Angeles, and the riots here haven't fully started, but you know, there's that sense of panic. No one's fleeing because no one really knows where to flee to.
Where do you run when the sky attacks?
Yeah, when the sky's on fire, where do you go? You know, it's not like you run away from the sky.
You go to your Capitol building and protest the government for sky-related falling inquiries, and then the government goes and protests the populace for sky falling related inquiries.
All right. So, you arrive at the airport, and it is pretty much abandoned.
Oh, is it possible to get a? I mean, I know we do with switchboards and everything else like that, but is it possible to call our employer?
Yes, the moment you land, yep.
All right, we will give her a dial.
You'll pick up. It's like, yes, who's this?
Hello, this is Fortunato Montresa.
Oh yes. I must say, I've almost forgotten about you with the current goings on.
Okay, two things. It was a success. Also, it was a failure. We succeeded in destroying the thing that your family that we succeeded in stopping and killing the evil, killing the elder god. Also, we successfully accidentally completed the ritual your family was attempting to prevent back in the day 20 years ago. Don't worry, we know what step 2 is.
I'm glad to hear that.
We
I'm
are
also glad to hear that my father was able to do something good in the world, even if it did just forestall this by 10 years.
Yes, unfortunately, he forestalled the sacrifice of he forestalled this event, but he didn't forestall the coming of the sacrifice, and ergo, the sacrifice was running amok in its meantime.
But you have a plan to save the world? I can't believe I'm saying that.
Yes. Okay. So TLDR. The
What's that
final. Okay. Long story short,
Better.
there's a guy who we need to. There's a guy in an asylum we need to get to and get him off the planet.
Do you know what? I'm just going to run with that. I would question it, but the sky is on fire.
I stopped questioning things a long time ago because questions hurt my brain now. I could. Is it possible just for a lore, just have a mythos spin and just tell her shit over the phone? About I make a mythos spin. I don't care that I tell her in detail what's going on, things that goes on.
Congratulations, you have caused her some psychological damage.
Welcome to the club. Anyway,
This card talk.
I am at negative civility, so this is more in a frantic, or just in a disturbingly chipper voice.
Gray, how long were we on the boat?
Crossing the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
Gonna be a while.
Yeah, a few weeks.
Are we
Sure your
allowed
ability's
to?
fine now. I have psychoanalysis.
Are we allowed to refresh for that time though?
No.
Gray?
Well, okay. Answer this question. In the apocalypse, can you find somewhere where you feel safe and secure to refresh?
Can we at least refresh our health?
No. Well, health. Yes, health will recover as normal.
All right. So, like, how much would you say? Would we go back down to 0, or
It's
how much do you think
one
would
a
be?
day, isn't it? Or something like that. What's a healing?
I think there's penalties if you're negative.
Yeah, I'm just looking for it.
Probably open the book.
Yeah, sanity, stability, ammo.
I mean, we're gonna need that.
Almost certainly.
All right. That's the only thing in this book I never find like the health rules easily.
The table. If you ever do a book, whoever might think of doing RPGs in the future, can you at least take your index all your charts in the back of the book?
Yes.
They did.
They did?
Refreshing health. 2 points per day of restful activity. Wounded characters heal at a different rate.
And that rate is?
On a different page for no reason.
Hmm.
The future.
Also-
If you're
Okay, if you're below 6, you must rest in a hospital for a period of days in order to regenerate health.
Below 6, mean -6?
If you're below -6, you must rest in a hospital to regain for a number of days equal to your negative to start healing.
Well, thankfully, I'm only -4.
Yeah.
So you're good there.
So,
So
how many?
-4 is just.
So how many days was I convalescing in my cabin? Would you say, Gray? It was 2 a day, you said, right?
I think it's 2 a day. That's
yes,
yeah.
2 per
That's
day
2
of
days.
restful activity. So
If we were on the tramp steamer like for a month or so forth, that would take me up to like the full. But
Yeah, it'd be at least 2-3 weeks to cross from the India. You got to go round through the Philippines, across. Probably stopping off at Pearl for refuel, and then
8 to 14.
not Pearl, but Hawaii.
7. So back up to 3. I'll say 4 since we're probably doing it for 3 weeks. That's like 21 days. So I'll say about 7.
Yeah, I was at -10, so we would have had to grab a doctor on our way out of India, or else I'm just in a coma.
I spend 2 credit rating. We take a doctor. We throw a doctor on the ship as well. Get hospitalized.
Yeah, I'll say that. I'll say you can get a bit of medical care off the ship's doctor. It's not like you've got much else to do. It's not exactly hospital, but yeah. Bit of first aid.
Anyway, But yeah, no. So what we have to do is get this man off the planet. Thankfully, we have through our inquiries, we have found another spell, and if it is effective as what is going on right now, we might be able to get him going, get him on his way.
All right.
Unfortunately, he needs a willing participant to be. He needs to be a willing participant. So we need to. I hope he's as crazy as we surmise.
Well, where is he?
In the asylum in Oklahoma, I think it was, or where was
Florida.
it?
Savannah.
In the asylum at Savannah.
Well, sounds like you might be in luck with the insane bit anyway.
I mean, where best for a crazy man to hide than in an asylum?
Yes, I can't really argue with that one much.
Okay.
Right.
Well, just want to give you a heads up. If we're successful and if you still have our payments on hand, right?
Yes. If the world doesn't end, I'll make sure you get paid.
Cool. Awesome. I hope we get a world not ending bonus as well.
I would not push it too much.
Fair. A man can dream. Anyway, good. Anyone else want to say anything to the nice lady?
I was just assuming everyone else is shaking their head.
Yeah, no. She
All
can
right.
have a report when we're done, but for now, we've got to finish this.
All right. If we don't hear back from us and the world ends, I'm sorry.
Didn't work.
Good day, ma'am.
Hang
Alright.
up, Fortunato.
Cling, cling. I think
Alright.
that went well. She still intends to pay us.
The silence says everything. Alright, the silence drive to the airport.
Things we've seen.
One quiet drive to the airport later.
It's pretty much abandoned. Most people decided that flying through a sky full of lightning strikes is not the best thing to do.
And to be fair, they're completely correct. It's only us maniacs who thought that was a good idea.
This is the part where we're going to wish we had piloting.
If only our one pilot is not currently laughing his ass off after going across the ocean back to Hong Kong, is currently living his life up.
He's just fine as long as you don't show him too many teeth when you smile.
And is probably fitting himself out with a berserk like robotic hand gauntlet.
No, he doesn't have that level of mechanical repair. Does he? Hang on, I have to check now.
Yeah.
I mean, he can afford people who have that level of mechanical repair, I thought.
God, how much mechanical repair do you have? Oh, he has 6 levels. Never mind.
Type of Kappa was born.
And enough preparedness to have one of those in his backpack. Bruce, get me my mechanical hand I have for just such an occasion.
Right. But as you're about to leave the airfield, a young man runs up to you, shouting at your attention. Wait, you trying to get somewhere to fly you somewhere?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I'm looking for a challenge. End of the world, and let's give it a go. No one's really willing to fly with me, though, and I need a co-pilot for something.
All right, just to double check quickly, who's your favorite god?
I don't know. The Christian one?
Good.
That'll do.
Just joking.
Yeah, okay. Sounds like I'm not going to be the craziest person on this flight.
I mean,
It's been a hell of a few weeks.
good sir, look at the sky and tell me we're not living in biblical times.
Can't argue with that.
I mean, it would be more, at least in the Christian God, he has a nice place for us to end up. If you were worshiping something like Kali or something, you would have to like tug at our collars a bit.
Alright. So he will take you up, and it will be an interesting flight. You do get hit by, well, not hit, but nearly hit by lightning a couple of times, to the point where your hair stands on end, proper Van de Graaff machine style.
Nice.
I have a question, good sir. Which part was it supposed to be the challenge? The flying or the landing part?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Everything's a challenge.
I put this on my car. I put this in the car seat. It's almost a person who did never flew before wanted to fly because he never flown before. The world was ending, so he might as well fly off the engaged bucket list.
Are any of us at -2 or below stability, like between -2 and 0?
I'm -2.
Cool. I am gonna. No, I already did. I can't do it again.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you tried. You've patched everyone up mentally as much as you can.
I already psychoanalysis you for that particular sanity loss.
All right.
I have exactly 2 points left. I think.
As you kind of approach, you fly overnight, but looks a bit steep. Kind of calls you to the cockpit after a while, saying, "All right, this is looking a bit strange."
Hmm.
Yeah, it's
I look at the cockpit.
it's about 2 o'clock in the morning,
Uh-huh.
and Savannah is pretty much bathed in daylight. But it's strangely blue tinged, and as you kind of get closer and come into the land, you realise that it's not actually casting any shadows.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much emanating from everywhere at once.
Hmm. So
Um,
essentially, this entire area is glowing.
So kind of low, not enough to hurt your eyes, but yeah.
Yeah, we've taken
Well,
a
we're at the
shortcut
right
to the
place.
land under the hills.
It seems like the lightning storms have been worse here. There's been fires across the landscape. As the plane lands, it kind of sinks through a crust of ash that's about a foot thick. This is kind of like pretty abandoned area. Seems to be the epicenter for reasons that only you guys currently know. But most people have decided to get the hell out of this place because, glowing light and lightning storms. There are places in the world that are slightly safer than this.
I wonder if this is tanked property values. It's my low stability trying to not pay attention with what we're going to go do.
All right. Oh. How are you going to get from the airfield to Joy Grove?
Is there any say vehicles that have been left around, or can we just drive a plane? Can we just taxi drive a plane all the way there?
No, you can't actually drive the plane. You probably can find a vehicle. You'll probably have to hotwire it though.
Would hot wiring? What would it be for hotwire a vehicle?
Probably mechanical repair.
I've got 4, but I'm at -4 stability.
I mean, that means you just had a -1, right?
Think so.
Yeah, just a -1 roll.
All right, I'll spend 2.
Couldn't people at least leave their keys in the car if they're going to run off with it?
Found them.
Yep.
These keys?
All right. I mean, those keys here, there are 2 wires you're putting together. Yep.
Yep.
No,
Pat our
it's-
pilot on the shoulder. It's like, stay here or don't. Everyone's for themselves right now. Best of luck.
Same to you, I guess. He's kind of just watching you say, not sure I'm going to be taking off in this. It's like one remaining tree gets hit by 4 strikes of lightning at once.
Don't worry, good old chap. It can only get worse. We continue on.
Don't encourage the poor lad. It could get better.
Oh no, if it gets better, then we would have to live with the consequences of the situation. If it gets worse enough, we'll have to deal with none of the consequence. Only one consequence.
Okay. Okay, you pile into the car. And drive.
Yeah.
Who's driving?
I don't drive. Detective, do you drive? Do you want to drive?
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
wait. No, wait. You
I'll
have the.
drive.
No, wait. You have the gun. Gino, can you drive? Not Gino. Not Gato.
Nope.
Why is Gato's cap here?
I don't know.
You access your character sheet.
Add it if you could. Could you drive?
Well, Adad looks at his arms, which are bolt and slings, like, no,
I'll drive. Just someone take my gun.
I will acquire his gun and hold it
Sweet.
like I will hold it like a man who holds a cat,
Yeah.
a wet cat.
It's basically like driving in a snow day. You know, the surface is slippy. You have to go slow, just you're basically ploughing through 1 to 2 feet of ash at all times.
Where's the ash coming from?
Everywhere. The sky, it's snowing ash at this point.
Mm.
At least you don't have to worry about the bad lighting, because literally everything's glowing blue.
Traffic's light anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No cops either.
Well, I mean, apart from who's driving.
This must have been what it was like when General Sherman came to town.
I think there was more fire, maybe a little bit more ash.
Lightning coming down the. I didn't think he had nearly as much lightning though.
It evens up.
Yeah.
Cannon.
Alright. So, you heading straight to Joy Grove, or are you going to try and find some sights, maybe taking a movie?
I mean,
No, we're going to this god-be-damned asylum.
Come on,
Yeah, I'm
we're
not
living
here
in
for the entertainment district.
I mean, do we want to go? Is there any place that we might like swing by? Say, is there like a gun shop we can go raid?
No.
You know, is there a police station that we
No.
could go raid? Is there a
Everything's
military?
been raided. Everything's already pre-raided.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
we're a bit late,
in
aren't
a
we?
couple
So,
of weeks.
Yeah, you're a couple of weeks late to the party there.
I just wanted to escalate everything that we could raid.
On the plus side, all the looters have already left town.
Yeah.
yeah,
They're
true.
not trying to raid us back.
I mean, it would be hilarious if we had to fight our way into a town gone mad, where everyone is currently shooting everyone else.
No, you are going to go against the streams. There are people still leaving.
Hmm.
And some of them will try and flag you around and tell you to turn around, because you're driving into the very centre of hell, apparently.
We're on a mission from God.
Yep. Turns out we didn't even need the sunglasses and half a pack of cigarettes either.
Yeah.
You're right. I still have a half pack of cigarettes. I light up.
Well, there
That's
goes
right.
your ritual of self-denial. I hope it wasn't important.
I mean, we're already past the point where it
The ritual
probably
self-denial is completely non-important now. You've killed the god.
Yeah, the mouths are dead, so
I am now fully allowed to drink the cancer deep and put it in my lungs.
oh, don't worry. If we somehow get out of this alive, I'm drinking several bars dry.
Genial will bum a cigarette off you.
Right.
Here you go.
Smells better than the air out there.
But yeah, the refugees you come across will tell you stories of, like, you know, impossible shadows, lightning falling like rain, ash that's choking the city and drifting nearly as high as the roofs. Pretty much every car has got somebody who's, like, shell-shocked sitting in it.
I mean, do you think it's any different out there than it is over here?
He's our Fortunato. They're scared.
Anyway, let's just go. Let's continue on.
All right.
Let's continue on until something starts shooting at us.
Don't say that. Why would you say that?
Because if it's shooting at us, it's not a Mythos sanity check. Probably.
You say that, but I'm willing to bet somebody in the mythos invented some kind of eldritch fire.
I mean, we are
yes.
playing Pulp Cthulhu. We could be fighting. We could
There are no
deal with
Maiga in this campaign so far, so we should be okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
or say, you know, lizard or say super intelligent lizard people from the dark seated Dino past.
All right, Tobin. You tick the boxes. This having both Cthulhu mythos and physics. You cut yourself on the corner of something.
Hmm?
So
Right.
you touch a 90-degree angle, maybe a table edge or something like that, and you know you're cut. No, not enough for actual physical damage, but yeah.
In a car?
Maybe the window was broken or something.
That or the window
No,
just
the
had a
object
rank.
looks normal, but putting your hand near to it, it's sharp, and a little bit of kind of testing, with sticks and stuff like that. It seems that angles greater than 90 degrees are pretty much now sharp objects.
We've entered angle space. Euclidean geometry is breaking apart.
Yep, it's exactly. Intensification of Michael's attention seems to be breaking down the barriers between dimensions.
Oh, great. We're going into Euclidean architecture land?
Yep.
Yep,
Guess that a radiation-like force will, over time, leak from these less and less acute angles and spread more broadly across the world.
So this is the epicenter of the world ending, then.
Yes.
Yep. If you see any hounds, just leave them alone.
Do not pet the doggies.
I wonder if with my presently 0 stealth abilities, or do we have any time for a refresh of general skills, Gray?
No.
Okay.
Already asked.
There are no refresh. The last refresh for the whole campaign was back at that lake.
Oh. Well then.
Yep. We're going in with our tank half empty.
I see. Let's just hope that everything deals with our interpersonal skills and nothing deals with firearms, fisticuffs, or stealth of any caliber.
If your sanity is below 0, you can't use interpersonal.
You
need
get
fidelity, right?
about a mile from the asylum before you have to ditch the car. It disappears into a snowbank or an ash bank, and is generally getting a bit too pointy for your liking.
The car folds. We leave the car as it folds in on itself and disappears from our sight, but still there.
It mainly just gets covered in. Well, it gets hit by lightning a couple of times, and then gets covered in ash. Like as you're staggering through what's now wasty ash, you just see the car disappear,
Slowly fading into ash, literally.
Stay away from any gaps and any angles, and just keep forging ahead.
Yep, you keep to the middle of the road. The only reason you can know it's a road because there's no debris in it. And just generally push forward.
The stampede of people leaving this place has trampled down the ash enough to keep going.
Yeah, well, it's falling quite straight down, so it's falling quite evenly.
We should have kept those snowshoes.
Yeah. Joy Grove is pretty much unrecognizable. Any tree of a significant height has been struck by lightning at least once. One wing of the sanitarium is burned to the ground. The area is just littered with the body of former inmates. The wind is picking up as you get closer. And parts of it is drifts 10, 12 feet high.
And we haven't been shot at yet, so that's good.
So it seems to be as a lightning strike somewhere in the ground every 2 minutes. Maybe even less now.
Do we need to deal with difficult lightning strike-esque terrain? Do we need to weave through the lightning strikes?
Generally, that's going to be part of the next challenge.
Oh well, here we go. Pip, pip.
Okay, just preemptively, before we meet this guy, we're going to tell him, congratulations, you passed the test. We have a ritual to send you to meet your god directly. How's that?
Yep, flatter him as much as possible, make him think it's part of the whole reward. Seems like a safe way of doing it.
Could work. Do you have positive stability to use the interpersonal skills?
Of course I do. Why are you questioning my stability?
I've got positive stability and a couple of flattery points if we absolutely have to.
Good.
Sorry, evil after later.
I roll preparedness to have party crackers and confetti to sell this.
Roll preparedness to have a bottle of scotch each just to get so drunk we can't be insane.
Let's see.
No, I don't have any of that.
Damn it, fellas.
Whoops. That's a
Going on your
5.
character sheet.
That's a 5 because I spent 3. Great. Do I have scotch and party crackers? Party favors.
No.
Sadness.
You would have drunk the scotch a long time ago, and party favours don't seem to be something people are thinking about at the moment.
Funnily enough, yeah.
Yeah.
Boo. All right.
All right.
Well-
What are your plans before you enter the grounds? Which are forming kind of a mini tornado of ash around the boundary.
Get in the grounds before the I don't know, we would drive the car into it, but if the car didn't, turn Euclidean.
Car got pointy.
I mean, we can we wield a right angle of sword? If I were to make a right angle with my hand, what would that do?
No, it's not that bad yet.
Okay.
Probably cut yourself.
We still roughly know what ward the guy was on.
Yeah, but it looks like all the doors have been thrown open.
Oh,
I'm kind of worried at this moment because weren't we bringing out the fact that this man was here improperly, like was being housed here at the
Yes.
expense of the other set of guys?
Yeah.
Does this mean that he was housed here? Like, does that mean that the guy who runs this place was in on it? I'm trying to postulate because they kept him here in the sanatorium for some reason.
The guy kept it here was doing a study on shared psychoses, which is why he was interested.
yes, because
that was the reason he was cooking the books. So it wasn't cult related; it was like bad academic related.
It
Yeah,
would be hilarious. The man's not even here due to the fact of he got what's his face kicked up enough instinctive to throw him out.
Oh, he'll be gone. Either the inmates will have at him or run for the hills the minute shit started getting bad.
Probably, we'll find out.
Right.
But yeah, I think we're just simply going to have to enter, search, and find him. If we're lucky, he'll still be in the original wing he was in, so let's check that first.
All right.
We're just going to
Alright.
have to explore.
So
Mhm.
as you step into the boundary, Jimmy kind of sees a kind of chunk of debris swinging, coming straight at his head. So, and let's just double check how this works.
I have a question, Greg. Can I use fleeing in the opposite direction?
That's called an athletics check, I think.
Oh,
All right.
Not fleeing towards something.
Fleeing the lightning storms outside.
Right. What's your highest remaining investigative pool, Jimmy?
Out of
Give me
all
a
of us.
minute.
No, just Jimmy.
Firearms? Oh, investigative.
Investigative.
General, interpersonal, technical, or academic.
Any of your general, I think so. Any interpersonal, it's technical and academic, isn't it? Those are basically investigative.
Anything not general.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, there's a couple of 5s. There's
Alright.
evidence, connection, and cop talk.
Oops.
God damn it.
Well, then you got eaten by a mouse.
Wham.
No, I got hit by a giant rock or something, I'm guessing.
Yeah, a rock or a piece of signage or something like that hits you with the side of the head. Quite hard.
So hang on, were you having to roll under my highest?
Basically, the target number is your highest remaining pool.
Okay, I feel slightly better. It's not a 1 in 6 then.
But you got the 1 in 6. They'll need to roll a 6 to hit you.
Shame it was
Five,
you.
5 or 6.
Yeah, a 1 in 3.
That would have been funny. Oh well.
All right. So you make it through, and you kind of. It's not calm here, but the wind has definitely dropped. You're in the eye,
Of the storm.
or Azeroth, one of the two.
Eye of Azeroth? Oh wait, yeah, Azeroth.
Not
No,
Warcraft, thank you.
yeah, I was thinking. Yeah, for some reason my brain went to Warcraft. I don't know why. I'm going. Excuse me,
Right.
gentlemen. I'm going mad.
So-
We know.
As you cross the kind of the courtyard towards the building, a lightning strike goes down at Fortunato. I think you've got a 4 in your
Yes,
highest pool.
My strongest thing is streetwise, or lockpicking.
Oh, that's a hit.
Oh well, dearie me. I'm glad I got back some health.
Zap.
Ow!
Ow.
You see me, You see me turn. You see this lightning bolt hit me in the head. Hit me in the head as I turn. If you see my skeleton just through my skin for a moment.
We see a lightning bolt hit you in the head, and then come back for another pass.
All right.
Rubberized lightning, huh?
So, what's your plan now? You're at the edge of the building.
Run faster.
Can we find this? If there are any open windows, use them to gain entry. If not, we're breaking down a door.
There's
in this
open
building.
doors. Literally, they're throwing the place open.
Sweet, okay.
Our plan is to get inside and get out of the lightning bolts
Yes.
and large bits of thing flying at our heads.
Mm-hmm. It's a good plan.
All right. You're into the
Wait, are we saying? Wait, is Genial dabbing past getting hit by something?
Oh, you're all gonna get hit by something.
Okay.
Don't worry. This is all gonna be fair.
Yes.
All right. Just making sure.
All right. Genial's problem is as you enter the hallway, you have to go through a doorway, and the corners of the doorways are relatively sharp.
Okay.
What's your highest full?
Theology.
What have you got left
10.
in that? 10 in that still. Wow.
Something.
Sorry,
Gino very well knows how to pass through the eye of the needle. Thank you very much.
You duck
My
down.
faith is
Your
pure.
hat's a bit singed, but not too bad. So Genius with 9 left in the hat is pretty much immune to this.
That's why I was smiling.
Yeah. All right. So yes, your radiation. That was your radiation strike. Your lightning strike will also do nothing.
Great radiation as well. Great.
You've had
Look,
the radiation strike already. So basically, everyone's going to get hit twice.
Okay.
Once with a +6, once with a +2. Fortunato's had his +6. You've had your +2.
so now you get your +6. I get my +2.
Well, we can't leave Tobin out.
No, I was going to say, yeah, there's 4 of us here.
Yep, I have a 6 in library use.
Right. So you're stalking through what was the mess, like the kitchen mess hall. It's now broken tables and like ash, which is everywhere. And as you're getting close, it's kind of like one of the tables will erupt upwards. And, you know, it's a man will come screaming at you, going, it's like, my safe place, my safe place. And he'll batter you, but he'll batter you ineffectively before sinking down.
Yeah,
Repeating, my safe place, and then kind of retreat back into his little nest he's made.
Yeah, I swat him with the heavy book.
All right. Now you're inside the building. Where are you heading?
Wasn't it the west wing, or which way looks more glowy blue?
That's an easy way. Yeah. You can have
Because
to,
if the glowy blue is radiating from a central, might be radiating from a central point, it could be flowing out of our good man.
yeah, and your characters will remember roughly where his
Yeah.
room was.
Towards the blue, then.
Yep. As you walk towards the blue, you know, the corridor is pulsing, and you know you just feel kind of like everything is kind of coming in on you.
It's like we're
Because it actually
walking.
is.
It's like we're walking through an event horizon.
So here's Genial's +6,
All right.
which misses. Not Genial, sorry, Jimmy's,
Oh.
which misses you.
Just as well.
Yep, and yeah, you get down, Fortunato, kind of like part of the roof will collapse on you. But you dodge quite easily.
Oh, is it a 4 and a 5 fix? Because is 4. Is it target? Is it meets or what?
What's your highest? Your highest is 4?
Yes.
That's a hit then.
Oh yes, just making sure.
Yeah.
I want to be fair.
Ooh.
Ow.
-10. What does that do?
Oh shit.
Why didn't you let me first aid you when you got to negatives?
Oh yes, if you want to hold up and do a bit of first stage after that first one, that's fine.
Oh yeah.
We can retroactively do that.
I just noticed I have 4 points in that.
Yep, no, that's fine.
All right. Do you want to? Okay. Do you want to first aid me from?
Yeah, I'm
from
gonna
negative?
take you back into positive numbers.
All right.
So every point of first aid is 2
Yeah, you
points
get
of
2 points
health.
back. So you were at what, -2?
Yeah.
I'll spend 2 points, so you're at +2.
Okay.
And then you
Positive.
take 8 more points.
And then you go straight back down to -2 because
-6.
you take 8 points. You're up. He's giving you 4, which gives you +6. So you're
No.
down to -1.
I was at -2, and then he got me to +2, and then a piece of the building fell on me, and then I'm -6.
Yes. Yep, you're right.
Which means you have to make a consciousness check.
What is the difficulty of consciousness?
At the moment, it's your negative number. It's
So
the
at
absolute
negative.
value of your
Yeah.
health.
So
But you
negative
spend
6.
health to improve the roll.
What's it between -6 and -8?
2 numbers.
Nothing
Okay.
to worry about before -11.
Well,
Okay.
yeah. -12, you just die. So
Yep.
All right. I'm currently sleeping underneath some very comfortable debris.
All right, so you're coming down the last
Live
corridor.
through this. I'll heal you on the way back out.
Mhm.
Fortunato's unconscious now with this.
Yes.
Oh,
he is.
you're all going to have to take a 4-point mythos stability test at this point as well.
Oh god.
The
Okay,
blue,
what's
the blue is a bit of a non-existent form of blue.
What's the target number this time?
It's always 4 for a mythos.
Okay, I'm
Well,
spending 2.
nice knowing you, Sanity.
Okay, pass.
I'm at -8,
Yeah, I won't spend.
and I think that took a sanity hit as well.
Yeah, if you go below, I think it's -6 or 7. You take a sanity hit as well.
Yep.
Because you get blasted.
Stability loss. How much have you lost in one go? 4.
I took 4,
Yeah,
but it took me down to -8. So
that's a 1 point of sanity loss.
yeah.
Yeah, if you lose 8 in one go, it drives you insane completely.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So everyone has rolled. Oh, I have to roll for added side.
Yep, no spend.
Oh, and I lose this point of rating.
Oh,
Nice.
you make it. To be honest, your sanity hasn't been hit that bad.
We have not been destroyed very, very heavily by things. Right now, it's currently our bodies that are being murdered.
Yeah. I think you've kind of avoided many of the major mouths. I think you've seen 2 major mouths.
Yeah, we saw
Out of 5.
Malta. Yeah.
Malta and Los Angeles, but you avoided the others, didn't you?
Yes.
So that's probably the reason you haven't been blasted too much.
I cannot remember how to decrease my stability rating.
Control and minus. Control and mouse wheel.
No, that doesn't seem to be working.
If you hover over the small number rather than the actual box you can into.
Oh, there it goes. Thanks. Thought I'd done that, but it didn't go.
Right. So the wind has got up quite, drastically. You can see the door ahead, which you know is leading to the room. Leading out is Tobin, and you can pretty much see that the handle is glowing. But you've got to try and force it open.
Phooey. I cannot spend psychoanalysis to repair my own mental illness.
No. thankfully, you see it's glowing, so you wrap something around your hand first and just kind of push it open, and then tumble into the room. And you're kind of now in the suddenly kind of like, apart from the glowing blue, it's like the wind's dropped. And there, the rest of you all make it up as well, apart from Fortunato, who's passed out, he's slowly covered in ash.
Oh, Genial's no longer functional.
Oh, Genial's down as well, is he?
Yep, he's blasted. He can no longer think straight.
Right.
Oh,
So Jimmy and Vitus have reached the main room. Started with 6, down to 2 in the final room.
I'm
yep,
back
no
from the war.
pressure.
All right. Lying on his bed is Edgar Job. He's writhing in pain. Actually, no, he's not in his room. Sorry, you're in the operating theatre in the basement of the asylum. I completely misread that.
No, that's fine.
Yep.
I'm just not liking the idea of being stuck in an underground operating theatre.
It's a circular room without acute angles.
Sounds good.
So he's found the one room that doesn't have any angles.
A very smooth room.
Yeah.
Let's hope that you hope any of you people connect. Any of you guys can cast the teleportation thing.
I'm assuming you've all learned the spell at this point.
Yeah, because let's face it, after what happened on Tibet, it would make sense that we be thorough and go, okay, just in case someone, I don't know, gets eaten by a mouth, we should have someone who knows how to do this.
All right. Job's body is simultaneously the source of the blue light and the source of an endlessly reflecting shadow. So that's a 2-point mythos ability check.
Right.
No spend.
Spending 1. Fail.
Tobin's fine. Yeah, no. That seems normal for today.
Oh yeah, after the day we've had,
Mm-hmm.
fucking whatever.
Why are you? Wait, would you roll 6 on?
A mythos stability check that Tobin and I just walked into on Job. Right. Is Job actually conscious, or is he just completely thrashing about?
He's conscious, racked in pain. He's got tears of left tracked in the ash in his eyes, and he's just moaning and crying intermittently.
Hey there, buddy. How you doing?
He ignores you.
All right. Tobin, thought exercise. If we set the ritual up and then try and convince him that it might be a way to get him to hurt less if he goes through it, maybe that's the way we do this.
Nod.
All right, cool. Hope you brought the matches. Like, I don't want to.
Yeah, Toba's gonna start setting up the ritual probably in the middle of the operating theater floor.
If you need matches, I'm sure Fortunato has some on his currently slumbering corpse.
I have no idea what we need out of character. Out of character, we could need the blood of 50 goats or something. And I'm sure that our detectives, because of the way this game works, has
roll
preparedness.
Yes.
Yeah, I got 6 points I can spend just to say I've been gathering everything just on instinct.
Good. I've got 6 as well, so we do desperately need we can get it that way. All right. While Edward's, while Tobin's setting up, I'm just going to sort of wave a hand above Edward, like just test his reflexes. Can he actually see me, or is he just?
There doesn't seem to be any real reaction.
Okay. Is he hooked up to anything, or is he just on a table?
He's just on the table.
Is he chained down?
No. He's just lying there.
Tobin, can we set it up at the end of the table?
Okay. Just
thinking if we can get him up, just immediately through. All right, Edward. I don't know if you remember me, but we have a plan, okay? We know you're in pain. We're trying to set something up now that will hopefully get rid of the pain, okay? But you have to trust me. Is any of this registry?
He's just ignoring you.
Okay, right. This table. The legs on the end nearest the ritual circle. I'm going to see if I could like collapse them when not right away, but when Tobin is ready and we get this thing going. Because I think our best bet is to just sort of roll him off the table and then prop him up and see if he runs through.
Yep.
Actually, great.
Yeah.
I spend a preparedness point to say that I have some painkillers on me.
Okay.
I don't know if they'll do a damn thing for Edward, but it's worth a try.
No, he won't even try and eat them.
Yeah, okay, makes sense.
Morphine.
All right. Does Tobin need to make a roll to set the ritual up then?
I'm just trying to find the ritual. I'm just wondering if it's the one in the book. I'm just going to have to search, control, find
That's fine.
this. Oh, so it's trying to go through page 114. It's in the main book. Oh, right. Something we should have looked at first. Right, create hyperspace gate. Create a gate joining 2 points through hyperspace. Stability test 5. 4 with physics, 3 with the physics spend. You lucky buggers. Cost 2 stability of 4 health. Although that will doubled because you're okay. So it's doubled per increment of distance: continental, global, interplanetary, interstellar, intergalactic.
Okay. From our reading into the original grimoire back in India, are we going to have to get him? What level are we going to have to get him to? Is it just off the planet, or is it flat out interdimensional? Because getting that right is going to be kind of key.
Yeah. I am not sure, to be honest. Let's call it interplanetary.
Okay.
Just somewhere that's not Earth.
I mean, yeah, the moon would do.
Yeah.
The moon is immediately eaten by Azathoth.
The one time my astronomy skill would come in handy, and I'm too busy digging a foxhole to use it. Good news, Discard. I'm having flashbacks to the war. I've already got you out from under the debris.
Hey!
Thank
And
you.
you're stabilized.
All right.
Okay. Oh wait, no, I found another section. Right, you're costing 16 stability or 32 health.
That's a lot of points.
Well, yeah, basically, Arbitus is cutting open long slashes on both his arms, and he's drawing all these diagrams in his own blood as he's slowly fading away.
Oh shit. Okay, fine. How much
'Cause-
health can you commit?
I
'Cause
think
I-
once you go, he can commit everything.
Oh, I see. But he's
Yes.
just gonna.
He-
Yeah.
He can sacrifice himself to cast this spell, and that will leave you in the room with Job.
How's how so is this gonna like entail, even if the sacrifice gonna entail a stability check on its own, right?
Possibly yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think Jimmy's gonna have a stability check to see someone like drain themselves to create a spell.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with the last of my energy, I grab his foot and just say, "Make sure my work is public."
Roll some stability there.
Okay.
It's not mythos though.
Pardon? No,
It's-
yeah, non-mythos, I
yeah.
guess. I mean, I suppose it makes sense that actually someone I've been working with in this entire operation dying would fuck me up. All right, so
you see a friend or loved one killed?
I mean, yeah, he basically killed himself to get this working. I'd say that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, just thank heaven it's not a mythos one, so it's not going to completely put me out.
Yeah. So that'll be a 6 point.
Oh!
So if you want to modify your dice roll,
Modify my dice roll.
well, because you're supposed to know how much you're going to lose, so you know how much you're going to commit before you roll.
Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. I mean, I was on 1 originally.
Yeah, true.
So frankly, I'm going to spend 1 to hit 0, but it'd be better that than -5.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Right. All right.
Okay.
So you're alone in a room. There's Tobin's dead body.
Yep.
Genial's outside gibbering, and unfortunately, was just straight up passed out. You're in the room.
He's mad with pain.
Yeah.
All right, fine. You know what? Edward, come with me.
He doesn't
I'm going
respond.
to pick Edward up.
Yep.
And see if he can put him on, not put him over my shoulders, but see if he can rest himself on my shoulders and stand on his feet and tilt him towards the gate.
He will kind of push you away. Go away.
Edward, the only way it's going to stop hurting is if you go through that gate. Whatever it is you found back in California is causing that pain. And the only way I can guarantee it's going to stop is if you go through there and leave California behind.
All right.
Man is not wrong.
I can't die. I know that. Go through there won't change it. I can't die. I've tried.
Edward, you can't die here.
I can't die anywhere. I know that.
Edward, the people who told you that were the people who's caused... Oh yeah, we're underground. I was about to point out a window. So. Edward, the people who told you that are the people who caused you that pain. They have caused other people so much pain. I wouldn't believe them if I were you. I'm not saying this is perfect, but going through there is the best chance you have of stopping this pain.
Do I have stats for him? Probably back up in the very start of the book. I want to do an assess honesty, because you are blatantly lying to him. It's not a bad lie, but you know.
Oh shit, assess honesty is a skill.
Yeah, assess honesty is interpersonal, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just never come up in the previous game.
No. I mean, I suppose, would I have the opportunity to spend something against him assessing me?
Do you have...
Flattery.
I guess you want to counter with reassurance? No, I'm completely legit.
If he had reinsurance, he would.
Yeah, here's the thing. I wasn't the most socially stated. I've got... What have I got? I've got cop talk. I've got flattery and interrogation. Intimidation, I'm good thinking isn't going to work. Because he's seen way worse than me.
You could try flattering him. It's like the fate
Yeah.
of the world is on you, buddy. This is you are the most important person who's ever lived, and all you got to do is take one step.
Well, true. Let's see actually how he comes off with assess honesty on what's been said before I jump to the second solution. Oh, goddamn. Of course he rolls a 6.
No, you're lying. I know it. I can just feel it. Like, everything in my body is that I've shot myself twice. I've tried hanging myself. This isn't ending.
Edward, the only way this is going to end for a hell of a lot of people, and trust me, it's not just you anymore. Everybody upstairs is about to die. Do you want to be the last person left alive on a blasted earth ruled by the people who ran that cult in California?
No.
Because if you don't go through that gate, this is what's going to occur. everyone will die. The god has been killed, and the cult's plan is nearly complete. This, and I'm just going to point at the gate again, is the only shot we have.
I'm scared.
That I don't blame you for. But look at it this way. Millions of people are scared right now. Millions of people have no hope and no choice. If we don't act, they all die. Could you live with yourself, racked with pain like this, and knowing that as well? I don't think that's a way you want to live eternity out.
No, I guess not. But, eternity.
Yeah, an eternity maddened with pain. When I came down here, you were thrashing about like a madman. An eternity knowing you damned all of mankind. I couldn't live with that. I couldn't keep any shred of anything. If the alternative was, if I could put myself through that thing to stop that, save everyone I cared about, everyone I'd ever met, do you know what? I'd give it a good old-fashioned Boston try.
Would you come with me?
I saw that coming.
Could I roll assess honesty just to make sure he's not going to bullshit me and try and shove me
Yeah,
through?
go for it.
Cool.
No, he seems 100% honest. He is terrified of spending eternity alone.
You could counter with the counter argument of wherever that's going, I can't live very long there. I'm
Yeah.
not going to live very long there.
That's a fair point.
But
If I cross the threshold with you, I don't have the deal the cult did to you. I would die very quickly.
Yeah, I guess so. He stands, kind of looks. There's nothing for it, is there? Nothing for it.
I don't think so. For what it's worth,
I didn't want any of this, It was
no.
It was just about the drugs. It was fun. I didn't want to be chosen.
No, I can believe that. We've met a lot of people along the way who were in it for the drugs or in it for the social. They didn't know. I can believe that.
Well, I guess no one will ever know me. Could you tell people what I did?
I was going to say,
don't worry, we have this man's manuscript right here.
it might be after a long time after I die, but there's a file I've built up. It'll be locked away safe, but it'll have everything that's happened here.
Yeah, maybe that'll be enough.
One day when we put these bastards back to bed, we'll be able to tell what really happened to you. And they'll know you're a victim as much as anything else.
Yes. Tell you what, you end up paying for your use, don't you?
Yeah. And I'm just going to look over at Tobin. Yeah, a lot of us do.
Right. Well, there's no more wasting time. He doesn't even look back, he just steps into the gate, which then, slams shut behind him.
Okay, running back up. Sorry to Tobin, but I'm running back upstairs to see if, the nearest window I can get outside.
You don't even need to do that.
Okay.
It just takes a couple of seconds and the bluish light begins to fade. You realise there were kind of weird reflective shadows, and they've gone. And it just silence. So yeah.
Okay, I pick up Tobin. Because I'm getting them fuck out of here.
Yeah. You're going to have to make a few runs. There's a few people who need picking up.
Yeah.
Gotta stack us in the
One
back.
way or the other.
Oh, I can move. I just think I'm stuck. I'm back in the war.
That's all right. Maybe I could just cop talk him into treating Fortunato like an unconscious war wound case and getting him to pick up Fortunato.
Yeah,
One
that would
run.
work. I mean, I already stabilized him, but I need a real medicine here.
Yeah, that I can't provide.
Right.
So,
So, over the next 24 hours, the ash stops raining from the sky. It's going to be about a year, maybe more, before any nation returns to normality. But the path is on the way. You've saved the world. You,
Return my long box to the cathedral, unopened and unused.
yeah. I assume you sought a funeral of sorts for Tobin and Delius.
yes. Yeah.
Yes. We
Even
will.
if it's a memorial rather than a burial for Tullius.
Do we at least get our paychecks?
You'll get your paycheck, yes.
Good. It was all not for nothing.
I mean,
back
some
to
of my
guard.
money is going into getting Tobin and Tullius a nice tombstone or two.
I'm pretty sure she'll pay for that.
I
Good.
have strings.
So,
I mean, also, I wasn't lying to Edward either, Gray. There's a file that's being locked up wherever I live in one of the deepest safes I own that just contains all my case notes on this. And Jesus Christ.
Look, I'm just going back and buying the family house out of debt lien, moving my mom back in, and trying to make reparations with my wife.
what's Genie up to?
He goes back to gardening.
Assume he avoids that bit of stone. Actually, that stone was gone now. 'Cause that
That
mouth.
stone that bit of stone is now just dust.
Yeah.
Light. That's lying.
With the cross still there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right.
There's a shrine going up there.
Yeah. And after some leave, I'll probably rejoin the police. Just because it's a sense of normality after, I mean, ain't going to meet more Cthulhu cultists on the beat.
He does, however, have his own little section in the secret library beneath the Vatican, so that's nice.
Yeah. All right. You've completed the Eternal Lights campaign. Well done.
All of us
Fucking
died.
hell.
Yeah.
Yep, and Tobin's spirit guide is probably next to the Necronomicon on quite a few obscure shelves.
Yes. Because I'm pretty sure you will have added quite a bit of what you found to this.
hmm
So a lot of people know how to kill a god now. You just have to get explosives into its stomach.
Old man Henderson it.
It never fails. It just doesn't always work the way you want it to.
I mean, yeah,
Right. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that.
certainly did. Thank you.
Yeah.
It ended very nicely. If it wasn't going to be I have to say, for the way we play games, the Trail of Cthulhu method is, while functional, probably just not our way, because we like to roll dice for things.
Yeah, we're not heavy role players.
Yeah.
Yeah, seemed like we ended up on the base rails quite a few times. It's like, if your party has no idea what to do, here's how to move them along.
Yeah, I had to roll on those a few times, skip a few things. But
It happens.
it's an interesting campaign. It's very well put together. And kind of like the way you would have done it. So, have you actually figured out which god you killed, by the way?
I thought it was just another face of Nylanotep.
No.
No idea.
Azathoth, I think?
As I thought, no, we don't.
Just guess.
No.
No. All right, in
No.
that case, no.
Azathos, so the Azathos gaze was called upon the earth.
Yeah.
Yes.
You killed your Ugolic. Ugolimac.
Oh, it was the mouthy hands guy.
But just like mechanic.
Like dead, or just
Oh yeah, he's
inconvenient
dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Until
If
the
it
start.
was, if it wasn't the explosives, it was the fact that he was killed but also sacrificed. I
Yeah.
Yeah.
did it, man.
But the interesting thing with this is that how different it will play depending on which areas you
Type.
go to in Act 2.
I mean, consider. Go ahead.
Yeah, because if you'd gone to Mexico first, you probably would have been more likely to follow up on the like the clues of going into the Yucatan There's a whole section there you skipped out of heading down to Yukon Position and finding out the actual name of the god by visiting ancient temples in the jungle, which then would have put you down a different route of finding a spell, because there's like 3 different spells you can use to like get rid of the god. But you have to know the right one, otherwise you screw it up.
Oh, really? So, presuming if we'd grabbed the wrong spell, it would have gone worse than the dynamite route we took.
No, it would have done nothing after you expended a load of resources.
Oh,
And if you haven't got, and if you didn't have the explosives to back you up, then your only option is then to wait another year.
Getting crazier and crazier as time goes by.
Yeah.
That's why there's more than one level of the ritual of self-denial.
Yes.
That is essentially true. That's essentially
Because you can
true.
use them.
We're going through the entirety of the time to do the ritual of self-denial and, not go nuts during this meantime.
Yeah. I think the low point of the campaign is definitely Bangkok.
I mean, consider what
It's
happens.
the most on rails, and it's the most destructive to the players. It's definitely a kind of, you can't do anything about it. This is going to happen to you.
It is well, of course, far be it for the fact of going anywhere near Thailand or those areas. Bad shit's gonna happen to you. But no, yeah, Bangkok Bangkok was intense for when we did it, but consider going there first or second.
I think hitting Bangkok first would have really put a different feel on the campaign, having a mouth that you've got no control over.
Yeah. I mean, I guess conversely, if you ended up going to Bangkok last,
you basically
it would have had on you would have been pretty minor.
Yeah.
Because you would have only had to have disguised it getting through India to Tibet, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I find it hilarious that my high stability sanity guy went crazy, and my massive health dodge tank guy with actual weapon skills ran out of hit points.
Yep. Frankly, I'm just stunned that Jimmy. I mean, I'm stunned Jimmy made it out. I really expected after Bangkok he was on the shit list, because he was, even after Bangkok, he had issues with his stability. But I never quite dropped below -6, usually because I would always pass what needed to be passed.
And so it's because you missed the major metals, which would have been that extra hit every time.
I somehow Rain Man my way through most things, except for right at the end where I go, the man who beat the lady to death, the mouth lady to death with his bare fists. The man who has been gotten shot, done a lot of things.
Didn't see the falling ceiling.
No, the falling sky, which hit me first, and then the falling ceiling that hit me second.
Oh yeah, the lightning strike. To be fair, there's not a lot you can do when when it's decided that you're just getting lightning bolted today.
Get struck by lightning, gets back up. Get struck by ceiling, goes the hell down.
I mean, that was the best choice you made. It was just like, you know what? Maybe this is a sign. I'm just going to stay down for a second. But yes, are we still recording?
Yeah, we're still streaming. So.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I just do the last bit of wrap up.
It was fun. It actually had some good fun parts. Like I enjoy. It's just the system itself. I wonder what this would be like if it was in an actual like the say Call of Cthulhu or Call of Cthulhu Pulp.
Yeah, a bit more rolly.
A bit more rolly. A bit more like, because the investigative stuff is we're talking to the well. Here's the thing, like the engagement by the player is a tricky thing, because when you're doing roles that feel like you're a part of it most of the time.
Yeah,
instead of being asked to do roles and all that kind of such. And with all the investigative stuff and everything, you really just sit back and it's the reason it's called the storyteller system, because the GM is telling you the story more or less.
Yeah, that is the only flaw with the system. I mean, it avoids you miss the blatantly obvious crew and derail the whole thing. But then also on the other end, it comes to tick box. Here you go.
I mean, the conceit of it, where making sure that you always move the 0 point spin moving forward towards the monster part, is probably the best part of Trail.
Yeah, but it is its own trap in some ways, that you do end up with kind of like, well, I've just got the points, I'll just wait till that kicks in.
Yeah, I mean, if you could, if the that's basically the if they have this, if they have that, you can
Yeah.
ask, you can prompt them to make a spend.
I don't know if I should have been waiting for you to prompt spend more, but
I mean, it's also because we don't know when to ask for spends, but you say like you do to say like you adapt this over to say back into Call of Cthulhu or Call of Cthulhu. I think more like with Pulp Call of Cthulhu because Pulp Call of Cthulhu, which I learned about this recently because it's another version of Call of Cthulhu, which is Call of Cthulhu Pulp. Or the later versions of what do you call it? Of because here's the thing, storyteller the Gumshoe gets refined later down the line again into other stories like say Night's Black Agents, which has significantly more player focused things the players can do with skills and abilities, or Call of Cthulhu Pulp, which also comes in with with player abilities to manipulate dice and everything.
This is the first Gumshoe, wasn't it?
Yeah, this Gumshoe was the first thing of the storyteller system, yes.
Yeah.
And then there was Trail of Cthulhu, which basically is Gumshoe 1.5. They're refined it a bit, and then they go further on with stuff like Nice Spike Legends and everything else like
Action
that.
Stars, yeah.
So I mean, taking the conceit of don't like because even Call of Cthulhu has conceits for trying not to stall the players out.
Yeah.
So there are things called things like idea checks and so forth like that.
I think the knowledge checks in Call of Cthulhu are fantastic for that because it's basically just roll and your character may just have this inspiration.
Yeah. So you do an idea check, and you're like, okay, we'll do that. Even if you fail the idea check, you still can get an idea. It will move the story along. It'll probably just ding you up a bit more.
But yeah, there's a lot to like in here. But I think for us, this heavy investigation feels a little stilted at times, but still enjoyable. I really enjoyed doing it.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it, and I hope you did too. As running the show.
Yeah, no, I've really enjoyed running it. But,
quality of the writing itself for the book and everything else like that, the setup, the world tracking, each different part was fun.
Yeah.
It's just that it felt that basically it's just that we had to sit around waiting for when all the talking is done.
That's okay. We're moving on to Lancer next. There's going to be like next to no talking in that, just shooting.
Time to throw dice and punch robots.
Yeah. All right,
Lancer
so I'm going to end up the stream now. Sorry for the two people who've just joined.
We're just about over, everybody. Have a good one.
Yeah.
More timing.
Next thing we
Good
try.
campaign.
Yep.
Next game is Lancer, which we try to learn how to play Lancer, and 2 try to learn how to make Roll20 work.
Fine, it'll be
Could
fine.
possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
2 games in 1.
All right. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that.